I am Mike Georgoff. I'm Director of Business Development at Redbox. And the one word is tough. I'm going to go with wow. It was very, very impressive.
And what did you find valuable about the MOJO Ad experience that you're going to take back into the workplace?
I thought it was interesting to have a team working on it that's part of and so deeply embedded in the youth audience. It's actually not, it's already organically the youth audience. It's a huge part of our customer base, but we haven't explicitly targeted them yet. So the insights the group brought to the table was sharp, and the way they brought it to life through creative execution as well was impressive.
What do you think was the most high impact idea that you heard today?
I absolutely loved Pip, the little, I guess you could call him a little bouncy ball devil. And as I mentioned, the group that created it, it's just, it's such a brilliant, the emotional reaction was so strong to it when you first saw it, instantly smiling. And it does such a good job of getting that mischievousness you want to capture this audience on campus embedded in there, but without removing or stripping out any of the core family-friendly attributes of the brand.
Do you feel that the MOJO Ad teams met the marketing objective that you set out and gave them at the beginning of this semester?
I absolutely think so, and I think that discipline was noteworthy in how well the teams stuck to the brief and everything we really cared about as true business drivers. So the account registrations, the rental success metrics, that's always something we take very seriously at Redbox and we measure every day. And you can tell that they didn't forget about those business drivers, which you sometimes get from different agencies.
Which is my next question. How would the presentation you saw today stack up to others that you do or have seen or use in a regular business setting?
Yep, I would say they stack up very, very well. I'd say some of them, the highest quality ones in the group, were on par with what pitches we've seen from world-class professional agencies in Chicago.
Great. And would you recommend the MOJO Ad experience to other marketers looking to connect with the youth and young adult market?
I absolutely would. It's not only is the work they did strong, it's a fantastic deal. It's a great way to get good creative, and I suspect a great way to meet talented people who could potentially become part of Redbox family someday.
Great. Do you think you would ever hire any of the staff that you saw today?
I absolutely would. I can't wait to get a flood of resumes when I get back home.
Great.
My name is Denise Gilmore-McPherson. I'm a marketing associate in the client marketing department at Redbox. And the one word that I would use to describe all of the presentations collectively would be very engaging. That's the one word. So
why did you choose engaging?
I chose engaging because I think a lot of times brands miss that engaging aspect, and you really need to figure out how to engage your consumers. A lot of what was said today was building that relationship. And then once you engage your customers and build a relationship, then you have leverage to really make them, long-term users. So.
And what idea or ideas are you most likely to take back and share with your colleagues at Redbox?
That's a difficult one. I think there were great ideas stemmed throughout all of the presentations, and I think social media was something that came out often. Also, the whole freebie, tchotchke swag type of mentality that was stemmed throughout all of the presentations as well. Those are two things that I think could easily be implemented with the programs that we're currently running, and that would resonate with our customers in that demographic as well. So,
excellent. How do you see the MOJO Ad teams and presentations stacking up to other professional services that you have used with Redbox?
I think they stacked up right on par, like Mike was saying, very much in align with our thinking as a company and very much aligned with the direction that we're going as a company in the future. So very much on par.
When you think about, we came to you, it was right in August, and said, how would you like to participate with MOJO Ad, and where we are today? How have we stacked up with your expectations?
I think that the MOJO Ad has definitely exceeded my expectations. I don't necessarily, the project was given to myself, and I think within a week we were doing the brief. So I didn't really have time to gauge what my expectations would have been. But as far as just knowing it was a college campus and not really knowing much about MOJO Ad or the college campus that it was on, being not from the Midwest and things of that sort, I think that they far exceeded what is it? Far exceeded my expectations. That's a tongue twister if you try to say it. Far exceeded my expectations, so there you go.
Would you recommend MOJO Ad to other marketers looking to connect with the youth and young adult marketplace?
I definitely would. I think, like Mike was saying, having them being a part of the target demographic definitely was shown throughout the presentations. You can tell when somebody is a part of the demographic and it's something that they feel they're passionate about and it resonates with them. And you can also tell it's just a lot easier when you're dealing with the demographic, being able to discuss with your friends, being able to think internally, which is why I asked the question at the end, like, how did you find out about Redbox? Because a lot of that is going to play into what I'm going to project as well. So I definitely would recommend MOJO Ad for future marketing companies, I guess you could say.
So after seeing this process now again, start to finish, and seeing the research, the teams, the presentations, how would you describe that process to other people considering MOJO Ad?
Very strategic, very well put together. I think everything flowed very, very well together, from the briefing to the constant communication that I had with Barbara and the other people on the team, just making sure that everything flowed and that the students had the information that they needed. Like Mike was saying, I think they did a very good job at understanding what our objectives were in the beginning and flowing that all the way through the last presentation. Very, very well put together. Like I said, strategic, put together, and everything just flowed from finish to end.